Hello, fellow Reachers, and welcome to another long-awaited episode of the most successful podcast on the internet, the Reicher podcast.
A lot of you have been emailing in with ideas for the next show, and the long-awaited Pride Month's next month, so we'll have a very special podcast relating to the shame of the gays.
Exactly, we've got some good guest stars lined up for that episode, but that doesn't mean we haven't got some good stuff planned for this episode.
Definitely not. We've got a new feature, Cheeky Cunt of the Month.
That will be making its debut today.
There's a lot of those, as you can imagine, in the Mong community.
So there's plenty of cunts to go around each and every month.
Most definitely, and Ross will be bringing his feline friend into the studio later today, and he'll also be singing us out with a bit of Bon Jovi. So
I look forward to that. Ross has got his hands on some pussy.
Yep, and some Bon Jovi.
Excellent stuff. We've also got a brief annoying James Johnson as is complimentary.
Yeah. James Johnson's the type of man, I imagine, who just listens to Bon Jovi all the time.
I reckon he does.
I reckon he does. He's the type of wanker that just recites all the lyrics when he's in a supermarket and just hears the song.
James Johnson is a Bon Jovi superfan.
He really is, and there's nothing less cool about that.
And there's nothing to contradict that either.
Definitely not. Well, I mean, he just looks like a Bon Jovi fan. I think in general, a lot of Bon Jovi fans, they're just overweight.
Balding.
Yeah, jam jar glasses. Sort of like scraggly tufts of facial hair all over the place. And that is a Bon Jovi fan. Sort of ill-fitting clothes. One leg shorter than the other.
So if you're listening to this and you like Bon Jovi, get yourself checked out.
Well, yeah, find the nearest bridge.
And we've also got a brief phone in with Ashley Magee, who is going to tell us a romantic tragedy.
Wow, can't wait for that. If you're into your Shakespeare, then definitely tune in for that.
Anyway, I think we don't have any Mong news per se, which is a downing issue.
It really is.
The only thing that I guess comes close is that Gareth's had a haircut.
He's had a haircut finally. He's taken the advice off of his, I was going to say ex-wife. I guess he's never been romantically engaged in anything. So, yeah. He's taken the advice of his mother, probably.
He does live with his parents, doesn't he?
I think he does. I don't know if there's any incest relationship going on there. But it wouldn't surprise me.
Nor me, in all honesty. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Gareth Archer household. I mean, the stuff that he does reveal online is very minimal, such as unboxing SD cards compared to the likes of finding a dead mouse in a boiler cupboard.
Yeah, he's the and can I just say, back onto the topic of his haircut, it kind of looks like an erect penis with a raging sort of like bell end. Like his head just has that sort of like bell end shape to it. So yeah, it's the type of thing that you see at the top of church buildings and just think, oh, but yeah, he looks like an erect dick.
He really does. It's very peculiar how estranged and how similar those two very different things are.
Yeah, well, that's that. Maybe that's why he likes to keep his hair long and greasy. Well, who knows?
We've also got, speaking of him briefly before, James Johnson has been active.
Yeah, he's been interviewing, I guess, washed-up celebrities again.
This time he's learned his lesson, though. He's not, I guess, insulted them as such, but
it's more that he's wasted the time bringing them on and showing them his Ghostbusters memorabilia, which they have absolutely no interest in, and you can tell that by looking at their face.
Well, they probably just don't even know what it is.
I mean, they probably have seen it countless times before and just don't care.
Perhaps. I mean, I don't care personally.
Personally, I don't, but I just find it funny watching him struggle.
Yeah. I mean, it's very strange regardless.
I mean, imagine getting a celebrity on to interview and then just having a brain fart and showing them stuff around your room. Like, oh, look at this teacup.
With Ghostbusters on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it boils down to.
Seems a bit embarrassing.
It really is. I don't understand. I mean, he's got to be playing the sympathy card to get these people on.
Definitely. The only thing I can think of how he's doing this is he's paying them.
I mean, I would think similar, but I'd then say, with what?
The money he earns by mopping up sick.
Which seems to be more of a myth at this point, but yeah. I don't think he gets enough doll money.
No.
Because the thing about being on the dole is that you've obviously got to have, put it this way, you need a certain level of inadequacies in your life.
Yeah.
His being the fact that he's obsessed with an outdated franchise and has learning difficulties.
Well, like we were saying before, there's no reason he can't get a job mopping up sick.
I think if he got a job mopping up sick, that would therefore fund more than just celebrity interviews.
Well, it'd fund another proton pack.
Exactly, 2 proton packs if he's lucky. But he could then begin to afford things such as his own apartment, his own food, healthy food at that.
Well, steady on. It depends how much sick he's mopping up.
I mean, with this whole COVID thing, I'd say quite a lot of sick, potentially.
Brilliant. And then, obviously, it's not the cleanest of jobs, so hopefully he gets diagnosed with that Indian variant and we don't have anything else to worry about.
Indian Johnson.
Indian Johnson. In fact, can we send him to India?
I don't think, sadly, the budget for this show can afford that.
Because I would love to see him sort of waddle around India.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd hope the Indians would therefore look upon him as this obese, sort of cow-shaped man, and probably hail him, I would have thought.
I mean, everything's cheap in India. I think it's only the flight that would cost quite a bit. So let's start a fundraiser, a GoFundMe. Let's get James Johnson to India.
The GoFundMe page will be live after the show has been aired. Go and support it.
And the good thing is they're quite a sickly race of people, so there's plenty of sick for him to mop up.
So not only is he, not out of a job, I mean, he is pretty good at mopping up sick. I'll give him that.
Well, let's just create a new company that's based in India. It's a sort of cleaning company. And if anyone's ever sick in the country, it just automatically sends signals if they're nearby, drives there, mops up the sick, gets the money. And then it's like
It's like Uber, but with mopping up sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Raj. What could we call it? Taj.
Taj Masik.
Yeah, Taj Masik.
Because the thing about Taj Masik is that, I mean, it's an interesting venture for someone in the mindset of James Johnson, because I don't think he would necessarily have the skill to run the company of Taj Masik.
We might later on might just put a little poll out there what we should call this new company. Uber Sick Mopper Upper. Taj Masik is a personal favourite.
I think that's a winner. But
Taj Mahal.
Email in. Have you got a suggestion for what we could call James Johnson's Indian sick mopping country? Get in touch.
Derek, who's watching this live's just texted me a great name, Taj Mahal Sick Services.
I like that, but I think it'd be even more charming with an ink at the end of it, like incorporated.
Yeah, Taj Mahal, sick cleaner uppers,
Sick busters.
sick hoovers,
Like a pond vac for sick.
sick busters, vomit control.
Yeah.
Taj Mahal vomit control.
Indian vomit control.
Email in.
Just email in, reachapodcast@gmail.com. You all know the spiel. Just drop your suggestions in. Do you reckon there's a prize we could give to the best one?
We could give them a free vacuum cleaner.
Of their choice?
Of their choice, yeah. Preferably Dyson.
Well, Dyson, if you are listening, then we've got a great sponsor opportunity for you.
Definitely. So, can work together on that one.
And James, if you're listening, get in touch. We have a janitorial suit prepared for you in XL. And as soon as the company name is greenlit, then we can have some nice embroidery company stitch that on the back of your outfit.
Excellent. Taj Mahal Sick Limited.
Taj me sick.
Anyway, so it seems like Annoying James Johnson's coming up later on as well. We don't have the entries for those in just yet.
Yeah, I think Mrs. Goggins is printing those off as we speak, and you know how long that takes her.
So I guess the next feature is the new feature. Do we have a special voiceover for this?
Do you think the sound effects guy could maybe muster something together?
Yeah, let's see. I think he left us actually with something that he pre-recorded. Let's. I think it's on. Is it this file? Shrieking Cunts of the Month.
Oh, I love that guy.
Well, and, the cunt of the month this month is Faye J, who is a nobody really.
She is a female YouTuber. Not quite a Mong, I'll be honest. Maybe an industrial spastic.
Yeah, I mean, she lives in a council flat with 2 kids, and she spends very little because she's a cheapskate. I don't know what she does, probably cleaning, by the looks of her.
Maybe one of those services where she cleans in the nude.
She looks a bit like that internet sensation from 2010, The Annoying Orange.
She does. She is the same colour.
She is. She kind of looks like a shriveled What's-It.
I mean, I believe that's what they're replacing foundation with.
Her body looks like a sort of overgrown What's-It with a skip on the top of it. And yes, I am referring to the crisp.
You see, the thing I pictured then was a big hauler.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same colour.
So it wouldn't surprise me either way. It's a great comparison.
If we can just get an image of
her and then some other items.
And, well, just like a What's-It with a skip at the top of it. The crisp at the top of that, just to put it side by side.
They are the same.
Essentially. Same colour as well.
But she doesn't really upload any content that's, I guess, too offensive that is deemed of being taken down as such. The only thing that annoys me personally is the repetitive cycle of content that she is putting out. And everything is basically some sort of haul.
Yeah, it's essentially just a cheapskate doing hauls on YouTube, basically.
It is. I mean, it doesn't quantify as a whole if you do your weekly shop, but to her it does.
It's just nothing interesting, basically. You can just go around Poundland and have a look at these items for yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the issue with the content, in my opinion. So it's something that we all do if we're fortunate enough to do so, unlike people like James Johnson. We go out and do a weekly shop of products that we, have every week, I guess.
You'd think with her going round to all these bargain shops, she'd lose a bit of weight, but she quite frankly looks like a sad turtle that's been feeding on too much coral that's been washed up on the beach.
I mean, without makeup, that is the epitome of a sad turtle.
With that being said, that is why she is this month's Cheeky Cunt of the Month.
She is a cheeky cunt, taking the piss, just royally mugging people off for no reason.
Royally. I mean, if she could find some chicken strippers for 25p that are 10 months out of date, she'd probably pick them up.
Not that they're made of chicken.
Well, they'll probably be made of rubber chicken that you give to your dog.
I think that's a good comparison for her.
Well, it's just the kids chew into it and it just squeaks.
She's just a big squeaky rubber chicken.
Yeah, definitely.
that doesn't stop making noise.
With no money.
But that's this month's Cheeky Cunt.
Ah, fantastic. Great feature, that.
That'll be returning in the coming weeks, I reckon.
I think we've already got next month's planned out.
Oh, we do, actually. More on that next month.
It's Dan. Let's just spoil it now. It's Dan Osborne. No, Dan Osborne. It's, what's his name? Dan Orton.
That's him. Daniel Orton. He will be...
Next month's Cunt of the Month. No shock, no surprise. Just Dan Orton, you are the cunt of next month. Right, let's... no surprise there.
There really isn't.
We don't care about surprises here. We like to ruin everything.
Speaking of which, things that are ruined, apparently Ashley Magee is scheduled to call us about his love life.
Is he? Is he on the phone now?
I mean, we can patch him through.
Great. Is he on the phone to our receiver at the minute?
He's called in. He's just been transferred through.
Great. Is he listening to that classical Beethoven track?
I hope he is.
I hope he's listening to the depressing Mozart one.
We have various hold music.
Definitely.
Oh, here he is.
Oh? Yeah. You alright, Ashley? Are you okay, Ashley? You seem a bit, distressed.
I was just wishing for phone interview.
Right. Well, you don't have to wait anymore. We've got you on the other end of the line. How have you been keeping yourself, my friend?
I've been good.
Right. You sound a bit different, Ashley. Have you got a cold this time round?
I was foot. My foot
Your foot? What?
stuck me toe on a car tire.
You stubbed your foot on a car tire? How? What?
For those watching, are not familiar with Ashley Magee's clumsiness, he did happen to go out with Mo Woman, so I don't think it gets any more clumsy than that. But yeah, do you have anything to tell us, Ashley? Is there a reason why you phoned in? I think didn't you have a Mole Woman story to tell us?
That's what I'm hoping he's here to tell us now, since that's really the only reason we bring him on, just to laugh at his love life.
Right, well, Ashley, is there any story that you can remember from your time with Mole Woman that would give us a good laugh in the studio today?
Yes. Mole.
We already know it's about Mole Woman, Ashley.
What's the title of the story, Ashley? Maybe we can get a feel of it from the title.
Yeah.
Mole Woman.
Right, so we've got Mole and Woman, everyone. That's, we've clearly made some progress there. Do you want to carry that on, Ashley? This is just the title, by the way, everyone.
Washing. Washing my pants on a shrinking pants.
Right, so we've got Mole Woman
Washing pants.
washing your pants.
Mole Woman washed my boxes, made them shrink.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, so... I mean, you make it sound like that's it, but is there more to this story, Ashley?
Mole Woman washed boxes with sick.
Oh God, really?
So she shrank your boxes and then threw up on... I don't know, I don't get how that worked.
Mole Woman washed boxes, was sick in the laundry basket.
So she threw up in the laundry basket.
Yes, she threw up and put them in the laundry basket.
And did you wear the pants after this incident?
Yes,
Why?
because the others shrank in the washing machine.
Oh, and how is the relationship with Mole Woman now?
Married.
Right, okay, that's something I didn't expect.
Are you telling a few porkies there, Ashley? Because last time we spoke to Mole Woman, she was single and dating Big Paulie, I believe. So are you lying there?
Mole Woman cheating bitch.
Are you still with her now, despite what she has done?
No.
Right, so you basically just lied on air about being married to Mole Woman.
And you're separated.
My Mole Woman is imaginary.
What?
Mole Woman is in my head.
You've got a mole woman in your head.
That you just make up and pretend she's a... So you've got an imaginary friend in the same form of sketching the mole woman?
Well, to me, my mole woman is real.
Do you think we could possibly get Ashley Magee in and diagnose him with schizophrenia?
I think we should. Well, it's good to know that none of the stories that he's been telling us about Mole Woman are reflecting on the real life Mole Woman.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, I kind of feel sorry for her.
Yeah, I mean, it's the equivalent of just making shit up about someone just because they don't personally feel the same way. And we know Ashley Magee had a massive crush on Mole Woman, and he's decided to just make a make-believe one.
It's a disgusting turn of events.
So, Ashley, I really do think you're a very sad, disgusting man. And you've pretty much made a load of rumours that aren't true about Mole Woman, who's already drastically overweight and depressed. And she doesn't need this adding on to her real-life issues at the moment.
It's unfair on Mole Woman, Ashley. I mean, she can't help the fact that she looks like a deluxe hovercraft.
And you can't help the fact that you look like a potato. So, one that's, I mean, massively mouldy and covered in spuds. So, yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Magee, the lying bastard.
He will sadly not be returning for this feature.
Due to all of his stories being complete crap.
As we inadvertently border on the libel.
As for, are we doing Annoying James Johnson now, or are we bringing Ross in?
I think the comments have actually come in. Let's take a look at some of these.
Oh, great. Let's have a look.
So I've just loaded up the message sent by Martha Goggins. We've got a couple of really good comments this time round. I think she's selected the best ones.
Great. So the first one is from Handreicher German, the official Handreicher German.
Excellent.
Who's, I think all of these are on his shitty Ghostbusters video.
Oh, the new one where it's more of the same thing.
Yeah, so that's just for context. You will not be going back to New York due to COVID-19 Indian variant lol.
A good point.
Handreicher German just delivering some home truths there.
We've also got Krill Tongue 64. Great. More spaffing shite from the tongue of James Johnson. Not being funny, but this is the exact video as last time, which is a point I wholeheartedly agree with. Also, who holds an anniversary for when they visited somewhere? Next month it's my 10-year anniversary of when I assaulted a tranny in Thailand. I would do it again also.
I couldn't agree more, and we should definitely quote that, the end part of that quote on next month's Gay Shame podcast.
Exactly, yeah. Krill Tongue, if you're listening, then email us. Might try and get you on.
The uncle, the main star of the hit TV show that doesn't air anymore, that used to premiere on I Like Numbers channel. But yeah, the uncle from that series has kindly entered in this competition, and he's put, "Your head looks like one of those weird abnormal fish people sometimes find in Asia, the ones with depressed human faces that look heavily photoshopped but actually really real and really freakish."
And we've got a picture of one of those for anyone that's interested.
Yeah, side-by-side comparison with the disgusting James Johnson.
And the last comment's a bit more formal from From Louis Book, environmentalist and fire starter.
Great.
And he's just put in, "Hi, Stinky. When on holiday, did people stop and stare at you while pointing? I get the feeling you were more of a freak show attraction. Oh, and I can see you have stopped uploading often, probably due to the lack of ideas. This video proves it all, since you have now recycled more content than paper recycled on the planet."
I mean, just a fantastic comment there from an icon in the making, Louis Book.
An icon of deforestation.
And I honestly think that the winner of this month's sort of competition for annoying James Johnson should go to Louis Book, because, you know, it's not often we get such a prolific vlogger on entering the competition.
Exactly. It's definitely helpful.
And he definitely delivered some home truths there as well. So, well done, Louis. You've won this month's Annoying James Johnson. We'll send you out a care package of goodies from the studio, wherever you may be residing right now. I know you're a world vagabond traveller.
But email in your current location and we will ship out your prizes on a first-class service.
Fantastic. So, that was Annoying James Johnson. I guess there's nothing less to do, but just I think Ross is supposed to be bringing his cat in or something.
Yeah, I don't really know much about this, but Ross agreed to come back on the show if he could bring his cat.
Right. Well, I mean, he's clear of COVID now. He's had the jabs. So there's literally no excuse. So, I guess, should we go let him in?
Let's let them both in. He's got a cat. I don't know what it's called. He'll probably give us that information.
All right. Let's let him in the studio then. Right. You're right, Ross. You're right, Ross. How are you doing?
All right.
Right, the cat's just ran in the studio and shat on the floor.
Very nice.
So we'll have to get Mrs. Goggins or someone to clean that up, but it does smell quite bad. So we'll have to get her to clean that up. Quite sharpish. Like.
Yeah, this so far it's going pretty bad.
What do you think of my cat?
What's the cat called, Ross?
Tabby.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you called it that?
Well, I thought originally I was gonna call it Robin 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 1, 2, but I thought it was too long and that, and it'll just remind me of the breakup that me had. So I didn't do it. I call it Tabby.
Right. Well, what does it do? Anything in particular, Ross?
No, I just couldn't leave it in the house because it gets seasick and that.
You mean it shits everywhere?
No, I get seasick and that because I live on a little boat thing.
You live on a boat?
Yeah, well, it's like a little yacht thing.
Right.
You've never told us this before.
Yeah, it was because I had to move out of a council flat because they kicked me out and I found this little boat thing that I just put a little thing over it and we go to bed in that. It's like a little rowing boat.
So it's not a yacht then?
Well, I call it a yacht, but it's not.
Right. And your cat has now has jumped up on the table. Hello.
It seems to have taken to us more than it has you, Ross.
It seems like a very friendly cat, despite the fact it's shat on our floor.
It might need to stay in the studio because I don't really think you should be keeping cats in a rowing boat, as you've eloquently put it, and I think that might be an issue that we might have to contact the RSPCA about.
Do you even feed this cat? It looks pretty thin, Ross.
I just go to I feed it a bit of bread that I found in bins of supermarkets and that. You know, when it goes out of date and stuff like that. I find it in the bins and I feed it that.
What do you feed it, Ross?
The bread and that they chuck out because of COVID and that.
You're feeding your cat bread.
Right. I think a cat should be on a bit more of a cat-appropriate diet, really, than bread. But hey-ho, I'm not an expert in cats, but I think it should be staying in the studio.
I think legally we're going to have to take this off you.
I don't want you to. I want to keep it.
Well, we'll still let you see it every so often when you come into the studio. But unfortunately, we will be taking it off your hands for now, for the sake of the cat. Yeah.
It's just roaming all over the table.
Alright, I'll come and see it every so often then.
Right, great.
Right, well, we've gained a cat.
Fantastic. We'll get Mrs. Goggins to take a look at that, get it all checked up, check if it's got any fleas or anything like that.
I don't have any fleas for that.
Right, well, we need to make sure for certain, Ross, because it's quite literally been living in a rusty old rowing boat for the past how many months. So, yeah, we'll get that checked up. And I believe the main reason you're in tonight is to sing us out with a bit of Bon Jovi. So I hope you've been preparing for that.
Yeah, I've been practicing it and that. Not have a bedroom anymore. So I have to practice it on the street and that.
All right, bit of busking there. Bit of busking you've been doing, Ross. Have you earned any good money from busking?
No.
So you're not really earned anything significant from busking then?
No.
Right, well, apparently you've got some Bon Jovi to sing for us.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's get the studio set up.
Do you want to step into the sound booth there, Ross?
Yeah, I'll go. Oh.
Bloody hell, Ross. The heels on them boots are quite thick, aren't they? Surprised you don't fall over in those with your funny walk.
I found them in the charity shop bin.
Right. I did think they looked a bit questionably dirty. Anyway, whenever you're ready, Ross, I can see he's in the booth now. I think this is "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey. We did get the artist mixed up there, so yeah, take it away, Ross.
It's actually a new version of it that I came up with on a night when I was thinking to myself how can I make a song good on that? It's already good on that. You know what I mean?
Right, well, you do that, and we'll just listen here.
Yeah, right, whenever you're ready, Ross.
Alright, here I go. Just a small gay living in a gay world until the midnight gay express thing. It goes anywhere in that. You know what I mean? It's but when it's not, I don't know.
Do you want to try that again, Ross?
Let me change the song. I don't like that one.
Hang on, so he came in to sing a specific song.
He did, and now he's not.
And now he's changing it. halfway through.
And now he's changing his song. Right, here we go. This is Ross. And what song is this, Ross?
I'm gonna change it to like Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, because I like that one. I've changed that one as well. A cheeky change of the lyrics.
Right, well, hopefully this won't involve any sort of copyright dispute.
Definitely not. I'll just get the lyrics up to see how well he's butchered them.
Right, well, if you want to step into the sound booth there, Ross.
There we go. Right, okay, Ross, are you ready? Are you ready to sing? And this is going to be your version of Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run. Do you have an alternate title for that?
Born to Come.
Right.
Great, fantastic. Right, take it away then, I guess.
Right, let's get this fucking crappy shit fucking heap on the road. I have had COVID-19 for the past few months, you know. I've been suffering from depression. It's been quite a journey. And that, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like the highways and that are like fucking depressed because I've got like a fucking headache and that.
Do you want to try that again, Ross?
Yeah, right then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Highways and that are depressed because I've got a headache and that. I'm on the Lord Chance power drive and that. Everybody's like got knickers and running about and that. But there's no place in my heart for like fucking disabled people because I don't find them very attractive even though I'm disabled myself. I've got depression and like it's like maybe it was born to run.
Is that Right, so that's your version of
It's a lot shorter.
I could go longer.
We'd rather you didn't.
Trevor, you stopped where you are. Oh, that was fantastic. Right, so that was Born to Run. I did think you said Born to Come.
I didn't get that far. I only got like the first verse, second verse, like the first, second chorus. I said Born to Come.
Right, well, it's a good job that you stopped when you did then.
I thought it'd be a bit cheeky to like have both choruses like Born to Run, but I'm personally like making it like Born to Come.
Well,
I hope Mr. Springsteen wasn't listening there, and I hope anyone from Journey weren't listening to the first song that he butchered there. Yeah, so that's 2 pretty decent songs butchered in the space of an evening. So thanks a lot, Ross.
that has been episode 18 of the Reicher podcast. We've certainly learned a lot on this show. Ashley Magee is a liar.
Yeah, James Johnson's still a fat trollop.
And now we've gained a cat.
So that's really good, and probably might report Ross Wilcock to the RSPCA and
I think
animal
we should.
welfare. Yeah, I think we should, because I don't think that cat should have been living in a floating skip. So, but next time, Ross, we are going to have issues with copyright because we're entering into more of a professional license with our podcast. So if you can maybe create one of your own songs to sing, be a bit more original on the next podcast. It is the gay special. So if you can maybe write a song about love or heartbreak or something like that that's relative to the gays, then by all means do so, but from next week onwards, we won't be having any copyrighted material, I'm afraid.
What you could do, Ross, is, Joe Worthington will definitely be featuring in the gay special. You could do a duet with him.
I'll do a duet with anyone.
Great. So that's next week sorted then. So maybe you can write the song and have regular FaceTime conversations with Mr. Worthington. Maybe you can sort out a little performance for us.
And Cheeky Cunt of the Month will be returning.
And it will be Dan Orton. Actually, it might be Dan Orton's wife.
Oh.
I got that wrong of her. But more likely Dan Orton.
I mean, I'd say both, but...
I'd say both. But who knows? We'll have to stay tuned for next week, find out. So, yeah, that was everything. Stay tuned for next week.
Stay tuned. Email in any suggestions for names for James Johnson's Indian Sikh business. Keep them coming. And maybe we'll feature the best ones on next month's show.
But yeah, thanks for this week. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next month.
Goodbye.
Goodbye and take care.